Hi, this is Sandra K. Not my normal day for coming on, but I'm starting the new project, so I thought I'd just start it with you guys. So it's like, be patient while I get the other computer up and going so I can see the chat besides being teeny tiny. And by that time, you guys should all be coming in. Gotta see if I can find myself. Yep. It's a holiday, so I don't have D today. And let's see what else. There's like pop, where is it? Pop out chat. That way I can see what's going on too. Put them side by side the best I can. There I go. And it's like, it'll be a little bit, but the vintage quilt I'm working on, as I started the note to myself of what I'm working on, it's Diane's vintage quilt blocks. Her grandma gave them, that lived, her name is Miranda McCullough Watkins. She was 1887 to 1970 was her lifespan. And she gave these to this Diane when she's about 14 years old. In 1957 is where these blocks come from. And I'll show you the block. They're all hand sewn. And at her son and my daughter's wedding, she discussed these blocks that she's been carrying around for that many years. That it's like she wanted to know if she should just throw them out or start, have somebody do something with them. And I said, let me see the blocks and we'll go from there. They're all hand sewn. Nothing is really square about them. I'm having to trim them all down to one size or another. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. So I'm trimming all the blocks to 11 by 11. They're all oddball sizes, that's for sure. And then it's like, I nano. It's like, I don't understand that language. It's like, Jazz B, you're amazing. Well, thank you. It's like, I don't know you. It's like, so I'm taking these blocks, trimming them down, and then I'm making a sashing that is, it's hard to see because of the colors. Hi, Melanie. I'm using white, light gray, and white, and they're going down to a 9-patch corner. You're from Pakistan, Jazz? But I didn't have anything really to do, so I decided I was starting on this here one. And it's like, trying to remember, this is backwards. It's like, so I have to go which way? That way? No. It's like, cut over there. There I go. I have one row right here started up there. But I have one row started. It's like, I don't know why it's sitting up there crooked on there. I can try to make me straighter. As straight as I can get. So the process I'm going through to get these vintage blocks put into. Hi, Carrie. Yeah, that nano. It's like, spell check gets us on all sorts of things that we're not used to writing with. It's like, In my spell check, I have Carrie with a capital K, and it always puts it out with a small k. But Carrie and I was messenger sewing earlier. So after I make the strips of the 3 and the 9 patches. Hi, Mary. Today I am live at World's Best Vlogger. Hi, Print. Hi, Gladys. And I just, okay, I got to trim. I sewed the 9 patch on the end, so I had something partially ready. It's like the chat's going to be going, hi, so Terry. Okay. You're going to listen to both channels? Okay. And you're going to have a headache afterwards, Terry, so I'll try not talking as much as they are. Right. I have to talk because it's my channel. I'm in the United States of America. They call it the Great Pacific Northwest. Yes. You got 3 talkers over there, and then we have Gladys. Sorry, Gladys. Yes. You blocked him? Okay, Melanie. Hi, Rowena. It's been a while since I seen Rowena on. I just came on because I was starting a new project, and I didn't have a great-granddaughter today. Okay. It's like, yes, I had to turn the volume completely off. I did. It's like, I couldn't do it. And then when I was chatting to Gladys, I had told her to just type it in because I had it on mute. Or I had the volume low. And Melanie, I just sent you what they call a wrench, that you can hide him from the whole thing. It's like, it's just a case thing, because I don't catch everything. I'm on every Tuesday. There's your blue wrench. Rowena, I'm on every Tuesday and Thursday, noon my time, because I have the little one. And her mom gets here. So at the beginning, you get to see our precious little D. And at the end, you get to see precious little D. Unless she's not here, like today. But this isn't Tuesday or that. So, do you see that you have the blue wrench now, Melanie? So now I have to, did I freeze? Or did I pause myself up here in this one? Says I'm frozen. What the heck? back to YouTube. Okay, it says I'm fine. Okay. Mine was showing nothing moving. Okay. It's like, I just picked my hand up to see if I could see it. There. Okay. But these vintage blocks, I guarantee you, there's no saving the outside points at all. The only block that will have its actual point is the center one of this nine patch on diagonal, because none of these blocks are square. So there I have the first strip on. Now I have the other one prepared with the 9 patch on the end and the strip on the side. So now I just have to pin these on. And it's always, which way does it pin, which way does it press? But I have the 2 different machines always going because I never know if I'm froze or not until you guys say something in the chat. Boy, I can't, I say press to the dark, I press to the light. That's terrible. Your arrowhead blocks are looking good sewn together. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I decided it's going to be a lap quilt. And so it's going to be 48 wide, as close as I get to 48, and then I'll put borders on it. And then about 80 long. I'm just going to make a lap quilt. That way it does have an end point. Lap quilts are always usable. You never know when you're going to have grandkids or even an elderly friend that needs a lap quilt. I'm thinking about putting Minky on the back. To make it even softer. And even as those don't match, they sure go together well. So I have, the width of them is up there, which is most of my background there, I see. It starts right here and goes beyond me. Oh, now my son's here, of course. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, for the nice surprise. My front door isn't unlocked. I wonder if my son remembers the code. Jamie's with them too. They'll just have to come in and say hi in here. It's like, I love these little strings. All these little side threads coming off of whatever we want to call. Oh, do I hear little ones too? Or they're just climbing up in there. I just got something from somebody, but it's like, did I bring my tablet in? Yes, I did. You can, Terry. What are you guys doing? Hi. You want to say hi to all the people? There. Terry, here's little Alan. Here's Alan. He come to see Gigi Mom. Love you. Are you up there? Are you on TV? Are you on the TV.
This.
You got your shoes? What kind of shoes you got?
Oh.
Baseball. Your baseball shoes. Can you tell everybody hi? Yeah, can you say hi, everybody? Can you say hi? You just got one?
He wanted to go Papa.
Did you go with Papa? Did you go empty the trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Did it go icky?
It don't.
Did it stink?
Huh?
Did it stink? Do you need a juice? Are you hot?
Huh?
You can get a juice out of Grandma's fridge. Okay, go get a juice. Grandma help you. It's in the door. I'll be right back. Go get him a juice. Open the door and it's on the bottom shelf. See the box clear down there?
Oh, over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a juice.
Yeah.
Because he's thirsty. He's been working.
Let me see it. You're breaking a straw. Let me see it.
They always break the straw.
Ma.
What?
Hey.
You can come. You can drink it in here.
Papa's opening it for him.
Yeah. Is Puppet? Yeah. Don't they, Terry? Hi, Puppet. He'll come. It's like, are you coming back again?
Don't squeeze.
But he's been out helping Papa, so you know he's thirsty. Come here. You can keep saying hi to everybody. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm working on Dave's mom's quilt. You want to see uneven blocks, Jamie? If you come in here, you won't even be seen.
Yeah, because I'm not pretty at all.
No,
I
they
mean,
they just see Ellen and I,
Okay.
but none of them are square.
Of these?
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
square.
Ma.
I've had to trim them. Yeah,
They're pretty though.
Don't squeeze.
I like that one over there that's behind you.
and that's just scraps, and you have plenty of scraps.
Oh yeah.
This is 2 8-inch squares. Makes a 9-inch block. But here's the row that I'm putting together so far to give it some size. And so it's all these little strips. And then the little 9-patch corner. But that's me.
You want to
That's
go
not
unload the
cute.
piggies?
Yeah, we gotta get the piggies out of the pickup now. They're hot.
Yeah.
Now we can unhook. You better come give Gigi my love. Bye bye.
Come give Gigi my hug.
And,
Yeah.
and you got to tell everybody
Gigi
bye
my
on
hug.
here.
Gotta tell everybody bye bye.
You got to tell everybody bye. Come here.
He's gonna bye bye.
Come here.
Yeah. He said bye-bye around the corner. Come here.
Go in and tell everybody bye bye. Give Gigi my big hug.
Oh. Say bye, everybody.
Say bye bye.
See all the hearts and the smiley faces you're getting? Yeah. You're growing up so fast.
He's almost 2. 8
Yeah.
more days, he'll be 2.
Yeah. But, yep. Your birthday is
Aw.
September 9th.
Now
Yeah.
he waves at him as he, after he gives
Yep.
you a kiss.
Say
wave.
bye, everybody. He's going bye. Okay, put your feet down. There we go. You be
Hey,
good.
come on, buddy.
Wanna go
Let's go
unload
unload pigs.
Huh?
Let's go unload pigs.
Huh?
Yeah. He wants to go unload pigs.
He's in the stage.
Oh,
We
uh-huh.
doing
Huh?
dinner Thursday?
Huh?
We doing dinner Thursday?
Yeah, it's
Huh?
potato pizza pie,
Okay.
I think is what I have planned.
Water your front yard and I'll mow it when I come in.
Well, I'll see you Thursday.
Wow.
I'll bring in hamburger.
It's like
I have a lot of time.
Austin thinks we need 3 pounds of hamburger for our stuffed cabbage or stuffed green peppers tonight. He says, "What the heck?"
That's a lot of green
I
pepper.
have one of those square ice cream containers.
Yeah.
Full of taco meat from this week, so
Yeah.
I'll bring me in some taco meat and cheese on.
I'll mow your lawn, or water your lawn, and I'll mow it and trim it Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, it's like, why? It's like I was just waiting for it to get out of the stupid 90-degree weather.
Well, that's what I say. Just water it in the evening when it's shady, and then I'll blow it.
Bye. You had to do another quick buy. They grow up so fast, don't they? He'll be 2 in what, 9 days, 8 days. Okay, Puppet, I'm glad you came in. And Melanie, never worry about a phone call. But that's Alan. We call him Tasmanian Devil. He goes and goes and goes. And he's learning some words. But I'm glad he got to pop in. It's been a while since he was seen by everybody. That's Alani's little brother. But he has to go every place his papa goes. And they come in and they did the sewer wash out. Oh, I hit that dang thing. You got a new video? Okay, I'll watch it, Puppet. I watch them all. It's like, I like watching what could we say? Innocence? Innocence is what I like watching about Puppet. To know there's still kids that want to be kids. And they don't have to be rude and crude about it. And then I want you girls with the wrenches to know if there's ever anything on here that you think is inappropriate, go for it. Because I don't get to catch everything. And then I went on that spit out chat where I got it pop up chat. It doesn't let me pick the live all. It lets me do live, but not all. So here's another block done. I just have to put them together to where all the sashing and everything's pre-done on it. Okay. But the gray shows up more when it's not got the prominent light on it. But the binding for this, or the border, is going to go from white to light gray to the dark gray. And then it's going to have a gray, it's called brush strokes. It's like, it's here somewhere. I can hear the noisy bag. I can find it. And then the back, to keep it neutral, this brush strokes is going to be the backing. I saved this piece out because it's brush stroke color number 04. It's like I have a whole shelf of leftover from the backing. They're used for binding. There's 1, 2, 3 in this bundle here. Yes, I love the brush strokes. I like my curtain that I can pick up and put things back in. Because they're so neutral. And they're not screaming girl. Is Farm Wife on here? Hi, Farm Wife. She's saying hello to Carrie. Yeah, so I'm going to have ombre out border. And then the brush stroke back. And then probably the brush stroke binding. But that's all a person, you know, you just plan. See it there. 2 11-inch pieces? No. Oh, one doesn't have to be. One does not have to be 11. Did you guys hear my son volunteered to mow my lawn? My son volunteered. It's like, I guarantee you it'll be done before then. Because that's me. Yeah. It's like, I love those dresses you're making. You're lurking as usual. That's fine. I came on because I had nothing else to do. And I don't know if Gladys is still here or nothing. Is Creative Joe? It's like, my picture's covering up part of my chat. I got to get that fixed here just a second. Means I pressed that wrong. I have the pictures overlapping the wrong way. There. Your videos are PG now? Okay. We'll watch them. It's like, I haven't found anything too bad yet. And it's like, they live in, you know, there's got to be a little bit, but I don't think you're ever going to get that bad, are you, Puppet? I don't think that's in you to be that bad. A little bit of violence. What, with the puppet, with the stuffed animals? There's some of that, but heck, you know, it happens on most cartoons. It's like City Greens or something. I call it Mean City Greens. I don't know how that even qualifies as a kid's show. I have the little innocent one that everything's bluey, bluey, bluey. And I've been fast forwarding through a lot of the stuff. The SHIT word, that's her favorite word right now. Casey was talking with Emily yesterday, and in the background he keeps hearing chip, chip, chip. Is why are those words the ones that they seem to pick up the best? Okay, I gotta get up and grab this last block up here. And then I gotta grab the row. I forgot to sew the other block on. Melinda and Dave are totally thrilled with it so far. If they don't, it's not their words anyway. It's so cozy here. I came here by accident, but I like it. Well, thank you. It's like, we try to be friendly to everybody, or I do. You're Joanna? Okay. It's like, I've seen, it's like, gotta look to see which way this one, of course I pressed it the wrong way. That's always a given, right? Taylor got engaged, yeah. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan anyway, but I will watch no matter what. I will watch. I have to do some picking up the seam, just the seam, and flip them the other way. It's like everybody's using Taylor Swift right now, so it'll get you some views, it'll get you some views. Normally I don't have this many pins in here, but today is different. And because I have a little bit of size difference here, I have to sew from the wrong side because it helps walk it in with ease if you go the other way. You put the one with the slack that you need picked up, you always put it on the bottom. And your feed dogs, as it's walking, picks it up all nice and smoothly. I never have figured out why and how it works, but it's just the feed dogs. I've always had them come up right back on perfect. I just hold the other end here. Oh, it's like I could turn it a little bit. Yeah, no, Taylor. Okay, Puppet. We'll talk to you later. Oh, I should have asked him how the first day of school went. Some people would say, how come a child comes over? It's like, maybe because we're polite with him and we all follow him. Most of us subscribe to him. I have a couple seams I have to fix on the back here, but let's see if I can get this turned back around to where you can see how it's just working. This is the one I just added on. This is the outside edge. And then it's like, got one more to put on here. So, in the meantime, it's like, can you excuse me just for a minute? I'll be right back. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I apologize for that. You bit your lip. You love to learn sewing. And Jennifer, that's pretty. Thank you. I went up and seen the other 3 great-grandkids. And they have those additional kids there right now. What a... It's like, kudos for having 5 kids under the age of 5 in your house. That lady that had these, her oldest is 9, and then these ones. But my visit got cut short because they was coming over to spend time with their twins. Yes, she has fosters. And according to the system, she can get them back, but she's got to clean the house. They went over and did a house check, and it didn't pass. So my grandson, bless his heart, he's taken his Sunday after he wakes up from working a 10-hour day. He's going to go over and help them clean their house so they can get those kids back into their house. every day they keep asking them to, can you please just work at cleaning your house? And when I was leaving yesterday, they was showing up because I wasn't going to stay around for 4 more kids and 2 adults joining us. I was just getting a little carried away there. I wanted to so say I would be home cleaning my house to get it to where I could get my kids back. I so wanted to say that. I kept my mouth shut. It's like Marissa's starting to get burnt out because, you know, Douglas works, you know, 10 hours. He works I call it the middle shift. He goes to work at 3 in the afternoon and then gets home about 3, 4 in the morning. So he works a 10 to 14 hour day. It can be later, depends on how everything goes. But they've had plans to go over to Melinda's place. And then they was going to go see all the oceans that are around the island over there, all the sites. Well, they can't because they got these little ones. It's a friend that's probably not going to be a friend forever. Because they're showing their other side. They've interviewed the family. That's not going to work. I guess her mom's a hoarder. So that's where she got her hoarding tendencies. But they give them back the other 4 kids. They never took the oldest 2. It has a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old at home still. Just over 1. I don't know. We never thought to ask about that. If there was things. But it's just crazy. It's like, if it was me, I'd have the house totally cleaned. Sounds like a drum out here, but I don't know what there'd be a drum. I mean, I might not have a spotless house, but it's clean. But Coda and Aspen wanted to come home with me. Yes, it is a disease, and her mom has it. But Marissa was saying how they're unruly. You know, they don't know what no is. They went in and broke Aspen's stuff and didn't even say they was sorry or acknowledged any remorse. My kids all sit there, I'm sorry. My mommy will buy you a new one. But Marissa needs to go do that time with her kids over at Melinda's. So she's inquiring this week if she can get them in respite care for the weekend. Because everybody else has to be fingerprinted, background check, in order for Marissa to do anything. It's like if I went up there during the week and Douglas was gone, she couldn't even leave him with me to run to the store real fast. Because I'm not fingerprinted in background. I mean, I probably have a list a mile long of being the worst grandma in the world. Spoil them to death. But Coda and Aspen wanted to come home with me. That's pretty good when they was willing to come home with me. But we had to postpone that thought because they need to go stay with that other grandma first. Quilting is a hoarding disease. It doesn't affect me as much as it does others because I don't want to have the most fabric. I want to have the least fabric. I want to buy fabric as I need it. Okay, I got that block cut to 11 by 11. I got this piece pressed out that I needed. I need to trim this off even. So I have a straight. Yeah, I watch hoarding all the time. And it's just horrid. I go, and they don't see it. I said, that's like, I don't look in a mirror for a reason. Oh, that piece didn't trim off. These are all hand sewed. I've taken a picture of the back of the blocks because I'm going to save some pictures that goes with it. Looking for my scissors that are buried. Got some strings I got to go back and get. But she did really good with her stitches staying all nice and even. Hey, I found a sewing machine piece right here. This one right here. It's been stitched by a machine. Just this one block. They stitched two pieces of material together. Right there and there. It probably came that way. Means it was probably somebody's dress or shirt. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, state of Washington. I'm in the state with Seattle. That's the biggest city. So it doesn't matter which way because I made it 11 by 11. Sew this piece on. Wish I knew if Gladys was coming on or not. It's like if anybody's on with Gladys, if you see her come on, let me know. In other words, I'm not in a rush to get out of here. Because I'm just going to be sitting here sewing. I might have to take a break, but it's like, that doesn't take very long to... Now I have to trim this white one off. And finger press. And then press. I'm from St. Petersburg, Russia. Wow. You're knitting a hat? Okay. Yeah, we all have different climates. Right now, we're 92, sunny. And because of our low temps only going down to the high 60s, we're in a heat warning advisory. We're a heat because it doesn't cool down. So now I don't need this one right this minute. I need to go back and grab the one that I put the 9 patch on. And that gets up here. And then the pinning begins. the only time I pin. You're still 86 outside? Okay, Jennifer. Yeah, we're not cooling down at night at all. It's like that little tiny window that we can open to try to cool off the house, not the air conditioning. It's like, it's such a little window, and then it's dead heat. It's just like we're opening the door to a preheated oven. So I try to put the sprinkler on to help cool off some. But it's like, it's just crazy. This weather. As I put it, the earth must have tilted again, because we're sure getting some wacky weather. My tomato plant looks so funny outside. It's got one, it's the whole tomato cage tall and one tomato on the top like a Christmas ornament. It's like why it did that. We are the north part of the country, so it was hot for 1 month in July, and that's all. It's raining mostly now. Yeah, rain. I had a thing saying it was supposed to be raining here soon, and then I had a thing saying the rain was going to end. Again, they're off, because I never got to have any of the rain. Run, 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 run. Now this piece is not going to waste. I will cut this in a whole bunch of 1.5 inches, because it's the middle of the 9 patch. So that gets put up there. And see, as quick as all that, I have another one ready to join on. Got a little bit of pressing to do. But I like seeing progress. I love seeing progress. Especially on something that I'm making for somebody else. My applique quilt, it's waiting out there for one more border on the lavender. I went with lavender, peoples, because somebody said, what do you have? And I'll go grab that real fast, because it's sitting right there. I don't like leaving the screen, but there's just times we have to. See, now I had the weekend with no little one, but I took Sunday off to go spend with family. It's like my counter is covered. See, here's all the lavender strips to go on, but I'll see if I can't get it to show you the corner here. There it is. Upside down, right side up. It's like, which way? Okay. We'll go this way. Here's how the corner ended up so far. And then it's going to have purple binding around the whole thing. And all the corners are put with the white out in the corner. Oh, Jennifer, thank you. I love it too. But it is going to be a biggie. It is going to be a biggie. Right now it's 85 by 101. That's why it's only going to get that little 2-inch other border, because it's getting too long. Well, everything was off. Okay. Yeah, it's like I have all these. The panels I have are where I subcut them into blocks. But it's like I have the pieces waiting. But I said I wanted to get this vintage one started by September 1st. That one's taken me a little bit longer. Yeah. The only panel quilt I've put together so far was the lighthouse one I made for Melinda. And it's like, I did the walkabout on that one. But I don't want to do the walkabout on all of them. My husband was a collector of panels. So now I'm going to put this one on. Okay, which way does it go? This one goes this way. Trying to go back and forth with which way the seams go. But my daughter-in-law likes that one behind me. She likes the scrappy. Okay, that's that way. So let's say, okay, this goes this way, that goes that way. Because I have a couple 1/4-inch seams I have to just undo right there and re-sew back the other direction. So I'm going to try and keep them in the way they need to be. I was going to come on live with my computer. I make them because I love to make them. And I don't want a wall hanging. Everybody that's been on here knows a quilt is a quilt. It's something to me, a quilt is to keep you warm, to cuddle you. Not a wall hanging, not a placemat. I make them. But it's like a quilt needs to be of size. And that one that I just held up and showed, I want it to be on my bed because I love it. To me, it screams my great grandmother would make that. And it doesn't have to be square because back then, as you can see, these blocks are just, I'm 2 years older than these blocks. And you see how wonky they can get. And the material that I'm dealing with is almost like a gauze, you would think. Yes, quilting on the QT frame is challenging. Yeah, you have the 15-inch throat thing, so yeah. If you just had a little bit bigger frame, that's what, you just need a bigger frame. No, no automation. It's like, I'm not into that automation part either. But to watch Lynn Locker do hers, I'm still back going, huh? And I just finished the binding on that one quilt. I just sent Cheryl the picture. The last stitch, I had the needle in there when I took the picture and put it as the last stitch. So this row is almost complete. It only needs its piece down here. And then this row is complete. But in the meantime, I'll hang it back up on. It's like, there's no place that you guys can really see except for right here. Been working on trying to figure out where to hang things. There. And that goes from up there clear down to the floor. So I think it's, what's this block's name? I don't, it's a 9, well actually, it's an on point 9 patch. Yes. But as I was, when I was sewing the binding on, I was looking at the borders because you guys did not see the detail of the borders. It's like, it was amazing. It was amazing. Those stitches. Yeah, it's an on point 9 patch is what, or 12 patch, 9 patch, 12 patch. I don't know. I wasn't around. I was only 2. I was only 2 at that time. Now Austin's here. But it's like, if I, those look really nice hanging up right there. Because when I turn my head to turn the blocks, it's like, it doesn't work out. It's a 9 patch on point, yes. I think that's is the best thing for me to call it too, I guess, if I want to name it. Because I was telling the story in the beginning. It's Diane's Vintage Quilt Blocks. Her grandmother, and her name, she was born in 1878, passed away in the grapes. Thank you. Austin brought me some Concord grapes. Like I need them, right? Okay. But she was given these when she was about 14 years old in 1957. She kept them all this time until we talked at Melinda and Dave's wedding. And she was wondering if she was wasting her time keeping them or if she should see if somebody could quilt them. So she thought she'd ask me. And I said, the blocks are far from square. I trimmed to make the blocks so the corners or points are missing, but the loved is stitched into each block. That's what I'm putting on the label, because she wants a label. Dave had a label on his Quilt of Valor in the front. Now she wants a label on the front of hers with this information. Yeah, it is. She has a no stitch regulator. It does show a little bit, but it's not. I'm just in awe over her. It's like, for her to pantograph, I think is probably rougher than just her free motion. And see, I can't do nothing without Oh yeah, Melanie's the one that's going to try and rig up the laser on the back of hers. And a friend, their laser was just went to the Harbor Freight, bought a laser light, and they taped it on the side of the machine. That's what I was going to say. I was trying to type it out the other day, but it's like it doesn't work. You're so glad you won the... Yeah, you was very lucky to win that. And she's already on board for doing that big quilt that I have. It just needs a little bit of TLC around the flowers. And then something in those... She was saying this leaf thing, and it's like... I can't do a leaf or a feather, so it's like, it doesn't make any difference to me. If the sewing machine was a little closer, I wouldn't have to take that down. But that's how I'm going to do each row. One row at a time until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all together. And then it's going to be a beautiful quilt top by staying, I think by staying neutral. It's like, it's letting the blocks stand out, the colors of the blocks and the fabric of that time. Cheryl, wish I had a piece of her mind and talent. It's amazing. Yes, she told me to come down and she would help me. It's like, I know my machine, I turned it off at regulated stitch regulation. Oh my. I'm glad I did not save that piece. I am glad I did not save that piece. Because I think we could say Delaney and Alani could do better than that. But I'm trying to get that other quilt done so I can get it down to her, because we don't live forever. It's like, I just want to make sure I get to see it. So I can either grab the next block and continue on. If you guys have places to go, let me know. Or if you want me to stay on. Yeah, my custom quilting, one of my feathers are kind of okay. But my other thing, because I was trying to it's like someday I'll have to dig it out of that closet. But it looks like I put a mouse on there. It's like, oh, it looks like a mouse. I'm not the best ruler work. I'm not into feathers. My feathers, when I was doing them, my finger was right down here at the needle as I was moving it on the quilt. My 2 fingers was moving it along that where I wanted to put that feather. And all I had to do was daydream, and I could have sewn through my finger. You know, those are the times that you hope someone doesn't walk through the door and scare you to death. But I'll grab the next one. I had to move all my pins up because Delaney is getting more into coming into this room. Yes, that would have been terrible. Yay, they're all packed up. It's like, if you could only see the girls' eyes when they receive them. I figure when this is all done, I'll go move more of these strings. I don't know what they're attached to, and I don't want to take them apart. Hi, Laura Castro. And welcome to the channel. This is a spur of the moment thing. Oh, did they match too much? Well, it's still going to work. Yeah, I have both. I can do unregulated or regulated. I use regulated. I want the stitches to be even. When I stop, it stops. It's a small, being I've played on one that didn't have it, after seeing the difference, it's like, yep, I like what I got. 5.5 is about the middle. So it looks like too much is gone. Like I said, none of these blocks are square. I had to go with the one with the least amount of trim, and that was the one that picked the size. But we're at that point, like, you just do what you can do and be done. Because it's like, that's my waste of trimming off on this one. Some I have next to nothing, but the middles are all the correct. It's getting something that's been put up for 68 years on into a thing. Hi, Sharon. Glad you could make it. Was gonna say done, but nobody said anything, so I just stuck on here. Because I'm still sewing away. And I'm working on the vintage quilt. It's 68 years old, the blocks are, that we know of. That was given to the gal 68 years ago. But I found out more information about her grandmother than she knew, because of, I do a little bit of genealogy, not a lot. But I found her grandmother on the internet, and she thought, wow, and she even found out more information about her. Measure down. I should be always measuring down, putting a mark where the 11 is. I've always been pretty lucky on things coming out right. Of course, this pin don't want to work. Everybody saying their hellos to Sharon. You just marked all those blocks that I just finished, and then it decides it doesn't want to work anymore. Of course. Okay. There's a guesstimate. And then the guesstimate on that one is right there. I call them guesstimates. There's nothing saying for sure. What I do, draw the line on the, no? The one took off already? Yeah, that's crazy. Drew the line and it's already disappeared. It can't be that warm. But we can only do, the fabric is pre-1957. That's all I know for sure. So I've seen 16 patch blocks before, but not on point. Yeah, it's like we don't know what to really call it. Is that what we would call it? And then she made 30 blocks. It's like we don't know if the 14-year-old girl was supposed to sew her first quilt together. It's like, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's amazing, and I'm glad I get the honor to do this. That she trusts me with it. But she's seen Dave's Quilt of Valor, and she loved it. Yeah, because these squares, or whatever we want to call them, are, I will let you know what the size is here just a second. They are, and that's the one corner. They are about 3.5 by 3.5, but back in their seams, because she has some pretty good sized seams. They are 3 5/8 squares. But her stitches are really nice and even. Her stitching. My fun part is going back, pressing these, because it's such a gauzy material. I'm going to recommend cold water wash, maybe just soak, and then be done. But she's got seams. When she sewed down the seams, they're going all different directions. Yes, it's all hand stitched. Oh, see, that's what we got to figure out, a pattern and whatnot. It's just going to be a gentle stitch and off it goes. If I was into that big stitch hand, it's like, but my hands can't do a hand. It's like this applique one just about did my fingers in. But everything's in the work. It's like here in the middle, her thread went out through the block. but it has a knot or something in it. It's like where she stored her needle and then started. I don't think it is. It's been, you want to know what it was stored in for all these years? I feel like I'm on Get Smart. Here's what it was stored in all these years. This briefcase. That's the only thing that's been in that briefcase, she said, for years, is those blocks. Yes, it is over there. That Appalachian Trail is quite the... I got the last of the borders to go there, Cheryl, and then it's done. So, the quilt hasn't seen much actual daylight. Melinda, when she went to the house and her mother-in-law handed her this briefcase, and she says, you know, Melinda's just holding it. Melinda says, I feel like I'm on Deal or No Deal. Oh, Lori Clark, you made it live. You do live up there. I know you're alive. I seen your chat over on Laura Lynn's Saturday. Mine was invisible because I got no acknowledgments that I was there. I wrote a couple times in the chat. But I'm glad you made it, Lori. I'm working on something older than myself. Working on something older than myself. So I'm gonna quickly move that the other direction. I seem to be pressing the 9 patches in the wrong direction. I'll get it all figured out by the end of the quilt. Did you get your hunter star all together, Lori? I won't ask about that other one. All the blocks were just the way they are. Just the way they are up here on the wall. And I can never remember which way I have to take the camera because it's the phone. It's like, there. There's all the blocks. Crafting time is non-existing right now? Okay. And the arrowhead blocks, well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 by 9, 54 altogether is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to make it 5 by 9. Not, it's like I want the length. So if I need to get warm and cozy, I can get warm and cozy. Ooh. Still planning a huge star for the backing? Okay. So she's got your top waiting for the backing now. I can hardly wait to see when Lynn gets my spools and stars. She said that she had it, opened the box, and she looking at it, planning, thinking. It's like, yeah, I'd be thinking it's 2 shades of purple with white background and it's got a spool and a star. I would not have the foggiest idea. But it'll come to her. And it will be beautiful. Gotta make sure to keep that computer awake. It seems funny to have all this sit down time for the machine today. I thought it was Sunday at first, and then I go, no, it's Monday because my alarm went off. It doesn't do any good to draw lines on things because you put them on the same end of the material and then you turn it over. It's like, I'm so used to putting things out of the reach of little ones. But anybody that wasn't here earlier didn't get to see Alan paid his Gigi a visit. He come and said hi to everybody. Quiet. He's very, very quiet. But he's helping Grandpa drain the... So... Drain the trailer, and they had to go unload some pigs. He loves helping his papa. He doesn't stay with his mama very much when that. Yes, the big boy birthday soon. We are going to be going down to a park, state park, with a beach and a picnic tables and whatnot. Used to be a casino down there. I don't know why she picked that, except for maybe it's halfway between here and there. But see, here's another block done. First one on the next row. And it hangs this way. Because I'll get a few of these ones done first. Yep, the big two. And then in November, I got the next two. I'm just going to pin it up there so I know where it's at. Grab the next one. Now we're just hoping for good weather. There is a mini mart not up far away, so it gets too warm and we run out of refreshments or need some simple things because it's out in the middle of nowhere. So they carry quite a few things. See, there's this block here. It's kind of a pladna floral, kind of. I could picture my grandma wearing a dress like that back in that time. I could picture grandma wearing, it's kind of a textured material. This floral one is. Your oldest granddaughter will be 17 in October. Huh. My oldest grandson will be 29 in October. 12 years difference between your oldest and, or do you got an older grandson? Or is the granddaughter the oldest? Okay. It's at the block at this. Where did I sit it? Oh, over here. Oh, he'll be 22 in November. See, my youngest grandchild is 23 as of April. And now we took it from a 6-pack of 6 grandkids to a half rack with the 6 grates. Now we're working up to the baker's dozen. We don't know why we're labeling them, because the grandkids always grew up being called the 6-pack, I guess. Then Melinda started calling them the half rack. And it all started from my Suburban that I owned during the 6. You know, you got to be, you should have been here when I cut the first block down. I go, did I do wrong? Did I do this? It's almost like, you know, when you have the long hair and you're going to get it trimmed for the first time. Did I do the right thing? I felt so like I did something wrong. But that was the smallest block, and I had to go with it. But I'm loving it just the way it is. And then with the block, have the story going on there of how they came to be. She's going to be just totally thrilled. She's already paid me for all the material. And then she says, you will be paid for your time. And it's like, she told me to keep track. And I am not going to keep track. She's going to just pay materials. And my daughter's birthday is November 20th. Oh, Melanie, you're on here right now. Was you wanting to make Summer Moon? Was you crazy enough to want to make Summer Moon? And I mean crazy enough. It's like, it's the right wording. Okay. Move that to the side. Have to finger press the dark, because I have to sew a white strip on. I think you said something over on, was asking where we got the book. I know she sending hers to Cheryl. I haven't decided yet. Summer Moon, that name brings up memories. Was that the one with many different blocks? Yeah, you have to make the blocks in different sizes, 5.5, 6.5, and 8.5, or I forget now. But you have to make 3 different sizes. Then you have to go back and frame them. That's the one that Kathy didn't like. I've completed mine. It's like, it's quite it's making the small blocks is fun. And then to go back and put all those borders. And then it was still, to me, it was just a lap quilt basically, because it was only 72 by 75, something like that. I like that, Cheryl. But it's like, there's times I said I'd like to do another one, but I'm not sure. Okay, now that, go press this real fast. I should have woke up the iron. But Sharon, I can send you a picture of it. I seem to have your email, and where I can send you a picture of the But I ended up, because it was still too small, putting additional sashing. So I ended up getting more background material, which I just did white on white. Skill tester, it is good for scrap busting. Oh, we got it. You're going to make a scrap quilt? Lap quilt? Is it lap quilt? Scrap quilt? It's like our spell checks don't always want to work with us. Today I can't blame my spelling on Delaney because she's not here. But yeah, it's just you add borders, or they call them frames. They're called frames on this thing. Here's my other white strip. I knew I had things set, so if I went over, I'd still have fabric to work on. Oh, fill in the gaps. Okay, the borders. But our borders were flying geese, squares, the detail, what we had to do. But I love, that's another one that I just love. Okay. I like the terminology. Sure. Yeah, gap, fill in the gaps. It's like, now my collage quilt, that was something else. Because a lot of people, when I say collage quilt, they think of cutting out all those flowers and making the deer, the chicken, the whatever. My collage quilt is my millions of small blocks, and I filled in the gaps. So I guess I should call it my gap quilt. I'm trying to think where my gap quilt is, if it's super easy to grab. My gap quilt is the quilt that I put on my bed. And Carrie's cooking her dinner. But I called it a collage quilt because I went back and made blocks for the little tiny corners. And then on the back, you'd never guess what color the quilt is anyway, right? Yeah, it does. Because a collage to me is when you take all your different pictures of different sizes and you put them together, right? That's a collage. That's what, so I'll keep calling it my collage quilt. And then on Summer Moon, every block was a picture. How'd you guess, Sharon? And the back is it a, oh heck, I forgot what animal. Leopard. It's a leopard minky type stuff. It's before, I think, minky even came existent. I don't know, because I never heard of this soft stuff before. A quilt store was going out of business, and I went there with friends. We was making a quilt shop hop. They'd never been in a lot of these shops. And I went in there, and Went around the store a couple times and I got over to this one spot. Here it stood. And I says, I have to have that. But I says, I don't know how big my quilt's going to be. So I have a yard extra. I says, I could always make some pillow covers. But it is also purple. But my friends always made fun of me and my purple. Yeah, I'll have to try to remember to sit it out here for Tuesday. Tomorrow. I guess it's right around the corner. But I use that as my winter time on top of my quilt on my bed. That's my next thing. Yes, purple leopard minky. It is awesome. It's not the actual minky name, but it's soft and pettable. Alani, when she was taking her naps on my bed, but she never napped, I can tell you that. She never did fall asleep. I'd go in there and she'd be petting it. And then there's one rabbit in the whole collage. It was Lisa Capon Quilts. The pandemic home is what did she call that? It's written down someplace. But she did a different block every day while we was in quarantine. And I just threw all my purples in a bin and made them. She shared the pattern every day. There's some I didn't make because I didn't think I needed a 8-inch block of fence. I didn't really want the house because I wanted just miscellaneous blocks. Because I was, I knew how to quilt, I knew how to sew. I just don't buy patterns. And I just got into the internet stuff and everything because of husband passing on is how I got onto the internet with quilting stuff. In other words, I just quilted with friends. Ouch. Iron gets plenty hot on here. Try to save your fingers, but it's like I've even tried those gloves and I think they get just as warm. But there's one rabbit, only because it's a purple bunny, and she has to have it at her feet. That purple rabbit has to be at her feet. That way when she sits up and looks, she can see that rabbit. It is strange. I don't know. Okay, Laurie. Headphones and lurking. Hi, Kathy. You finally off your live? I don't even know what time it is. I don't look. Working on another quilt to be finished. Now I'll take this block and I will sew this 3-piece strip of sashing onto the block. And then I'll grab this 9-patch, teeny tiny. You're finished. I'll have to watch the replay later. But you missed Alan. Alan was here. He is getting to be such a big boy. No matter what, he has to come see his Gigi. But like I said, I would have had, how do you know what size to cut the fabric of the sashing for it to line up right? You know what, Jennifer? I have always did Guess-a-Magory, go with a wing and a prayer. And you know what? My quilts have all came out within less than a 1/4 inch of each other. Less than. When I'm all done with the overall quilt. Don't ask me if it's luck or what. Yeah, you missed them. Yes, each strip is 1.5 inches. So when it's all done and over with, what's the reveal? Should be 1 inch. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to get him for his birthday. He doesn't need anything. I could just put it in his savings and then Grandpa. Oh, Jennifer, I'm not the... Yeah, smart cookie. What, snickerdoodle? Yeah, he said a few words. But he was hot. I could, when he sat on my lap, it was like 100 degrees there. And so I had him go get a juice to start taking down some of that heat. It's like with these two colors in this light are so, you can't see it. You have to be in another light. So there's that piece. Yes, these are 1.5 inch squares, because you take your leftover strip pieces of the white, and these are the centers of this one, and then I have a whole strip here that's of the gray on the outside with the white in the middle, and then I cut them down to make the 9 patches. But you start, and then you end up with these extra pieces that you can use. Yes, everything's done in strips. Cheryl is a good one to ask. And then Cheryl, if she needs something answered, she just send me a text message or a messenger message. I answer. She got the picture of the last stitch. But it's like, yeah, this is a leftover piece from doing these 11s. You do 11, that's 22, 33. And there's that strip left off of each one. And there'll be strips of this left when it's all over with. Your dinner was good tonight, Carrie? She had chicken with cheese or garlic chicken and cheese. She had 2 different chickens. So now, on this piece that is cut off straight, I take the 9 patch, line up where they need to be, and sew that on the end here. If you ever need anything repeated, just let me know. I did turn the stitch regulator down to that way they don't pull apart so fast. The garlic one? Okay, Carrie. I hung them up. It's like when I hang up the scissors and I don't know where to find them either. So it's got to be on this side. I'm going to have a string bean chicken and chow mein with teriyaki sauce. That's my dinner tonight. It's all set, ready to go. I'll probably pin this way. Okay, you knew where they was at. It's like I'm looking all over for them because they used to hang on the end of my sewing machine. Then they hang up there, but most of the time they're down here. And I'm constantly having to put them back up because you guys see me go up with them. It's like all lines up right there. You was talking to me, but I was, yes. It's like getting all these little 9 patches. But Melinda and Dave, which are the one, Dave is claiming that he is the recipient of this quilt. Because he already told his mom. He didn't care what she did with it right now, but his sister wasn't getting it. Because they are picking they picked the colors and whatnot. Jennifer went to Hobby Lobby today. It wasn't their fabric sale week, but they did have some fall fabrics, 50% off. That's good. And fall has, you know, browns and dark greens, and so depending on what you're into for colors. It's like you have to be a fan of white and purple in my world. Oh, is that my Austin Hall? Does that say Austin Hall? I can't see what that little emoji is. It is. He's spying on his grandma. He's never spying. He's checking out. This quilt is not for you, Austin Hall. It's like, this is not for you. You can't even claim this one. Oh, he'll say, but I can steal it before Aunt Melinda gets it. It belongs to Diane. It's funny to see him actually have his name up there. He wants to change his name to last name to Kinney. On Facebook, he's Austin Hall Kinney. He's my grandson that wants all his grandma's quilts. He says they're not grandma's quilts, they're his quilts. See, Austin? Isn't that pretty? Oh, did Gladys go on live? Evidently not, because Kathy's here. I just looked at the clock. Oops. Did Gladys go on, Kathy? See, I have 2 autumn somethings to make. They're here. Oh, Melinda made sure to say. So the next decoration I need is October. I go, really? Come on. Give me a break, girl. There's St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day back there. Yeah, autumn's right here. And I got, wherever I put it, I got some autumn backing. But there's that one. So cut the pieces now. For the 9 patch, I have to cut 2 of these and 1 of the other at 1.5 inches. Austin's supposed to be making dinner tonight down here. Stuffed green peppers. Is that still a go, Austin, if he's here? He said he'd see me later. Okay, you didn't see Gladys go live? Okay. Being as Kathy was here, I figured she must not have. She wants to place an order. What's she gonna? Okay. What's she placing for an order? Cheryl. Okay. When I asked her earlier, so Terry says, hi, Austin. So Terry's the New Yorker. See, I just got carried away. So now that I cut 3, I'll cut 4. I don't want to get too many pieces laying around with the fabric tester tomorrow. So I need 2 off of this one. Now, does she pay you, Cheryl? Or do you give them to her? Oh, Austin said hi to Kathy, too. Oh. Okay. And Melanie, your school's closed today and tomorrow. Gives you a break. I have September 12th off with no Delaney. And I have September, the following Monday, the 15th, with no baby Delaney. So maybe we'll just plan for Friday and Monday, the 12th and the 15th, that somebody comes on again. And we'll see how the progress goes. I like doing these in sets of 2 for the simple fact that I can chain piece. Save a little bit of thread. We have grandparent luncheon coming up, but I have Delaney. So Austin told me to take Delaney with me. You're so sad, Terry, on school. Yeah, Dee will have to go with me. It's like, those little tables and chairs are sure uncomfortable. And then the other choice is those folding chairs, and you know what Delaney would do in the folding chair. See, Austin's planning leftovers because the school lunch for an adult's $5. Yes. They're not made for adults. It's like, it was something else. And then if we had any peanuts or peanut butter with us, oh, it's like Austin's threatening us here. He might come back and spy on us, on me. Yeah, you tell him, Terry. Oh, he knows his grandma don't like to behave. Our kind of behaving is acceptable compared to how some other adults behave. Boy, I can't even count blocks. It's like I got 5 of the dark one, which is no problem. Yes, I agree on that one. Austin's learned from the best. My son, before I got on old enough for Medicare, he goes, if you need any medical attention, Mom, just let me know. I'll turn you in for something. Because those that are in jail, they get medical attention free. And I thought, oh my. And he says they even feed you. And I thought, thanks, kid. I get my 9-year-old grandson on the bus at 7:30 and off the bus at 3:15. Otherwise, I'm on my own. See, that's what I did last year, Cheryl. Last school year. Made sure she got on the bus at 10 to 8 and off the bus at 3:40. And then when the bus didn't show up, then you wonder, now how do I go get her? Where do I find her? She went home a couple times. They ended up taking her to Grandpa. One time. And the other time she went to the neighbor. And then Grandpa had to go get off work and go to the neighbor and get her. Yeah. My kids, when they was going to school, when we lived out of town, they got on the bus at 6:30 in the morning and got off the bus at 4:30 in the evening. And I guarantee you, they was sleeping when they would get to the house. Been raising kids for 30 years. Yep. It's like, because I helped in all the raising of the grandkids. Now I'm helping in the raising of the great grandkids. And I love it. It's changed my quilting world around. Yeah. It's like we have time, just not free time. Yeah. It's like my front yard wasn't mowed. Hasn't been mowed for a week because I'm not going out there at 100 degrees mowing my lawn, push mowing it. It's bagged, so I can bag all of it I want. Well, I guess I need a block to put this on. I have the pieces and nothing to put it on. Or do I have all the pieces I need? Because I need 22 inches. Oh, it's just enough? It's like, no, I try to wait to last minute. It says I have 11.5 inches. So let's see. No, I try not mowing my lawn at that. I've mowed my lawn one night with a flashlight. You're going to be listening? Okay. It's like, I know somebody said earlier that they make sure that they long arm 30 minutes a day. Oh, it's been 2 hours I've been on here. Oops. Yeah. This car doesn't know where it's going. It's a silver car. But yeah, I hold the flashlight. Yeah, I need some more strips of material. But you know what? You're on my phone. So I will try to walk carefully with you guys out to the other room so I can cut a couple strips. Woohoo! They say, just focus on you. That way they don't see the movement quite as much. But it's like, yeah, here's my other sewing space. I got the white on one and the gray on the other cutting board. And then I have the third gray in the bag. Because it's such a light gray. But when it's against the white, you can tell the difference. And then the dark gray. This is shadow play. Okay, now I'll turn you back around. Find a spot to block you up against. The last time I got fabric, they put it in a cloth bag. So I need one of the gray, 1.5 inch strips. I put a brand new blade in this morning. because I knew I would be cutting lots of strips today. But it's like, it's so much fun. You just slide down one board to get to the next board. So I can't do that when I have Delaney here. There, 1.5. Right there. I need 2 of this one. Must be basketball. I hear squeaky shoes. Yep. It's like the TV just stayed on whatever it was on. Hi, Mona did what? Not me. Now I'm going back to the sewing room. We had to take a small journey, Mona. I didn't plan on being on this long, but it worked. I had all the friends willing to stay around. Wake up that computer. Now get y'all plugged back in. Yeah, a lot of farm ground has to be worked in the dark because of the moisture. They want the moisture in the crops. Unless he's a hottie. Well, they're usually, if they're mowing at that time of day, it's because they want to beat the heat. And they're probably in so much safety clothing, it isn't funny. But I'm working on a vintage quilt. I think what it says in the chat. Today I took the time because I wasn't fighting little hands and fingers. I found where I could write something in the chat before I started the live. And YouTube is behind because I'm just walking in here and sitting down on YouTube on mine. I'm not going to take the time to find the speed up button. I just want to know that the camera's in the right spot for you. I like this. I think I like this camera position better. I'll watch it again later to confirm. I was just thinking, Miss Carrie's probably sound asleep being she ate dinner. But she'll come on later and talk with me. But I've been sewing on this since 10 o'clock this morning. Cut pieces before that. And then all of a sudden I realized what time it was. It was 10:30 and I go, I hadn't even checked in on Kathy's yet. So I went and checked in and then I turned off the volume. Watched Gladys sit there. I'd write Gladys in the chat and have her answer me. Can't hear it over the sewing machine anyway. You're going to cut out a pattern now? Oh, you're cutting out a pattern, huh? Okay, Terry. And Cheryl, what's your next project after your 9-year-old grandson's panel quilt? We'll see what she does next. It's interesting to watch how many different quilts are being done. And then who's the other one that's doing all the 3-yard quilt panel or patterns? And she's doing them in the larger one. She's just doing I think the twin size. I did mine using 3 yards. Start to iron while I press. Yeah, Mona wants to know what pattern you're cutting up too. Oh, Carrie's still awake. Woo! After eating dinner, I was surprised she didn't take a nap. Or Lil won't let her. I think I got too much of this white fabric. My daughter's Christmas quilt is next on the list. It's actually Christmas themed with the hunter star. Oh, she loved her brother's hunter star. Well, at least it's a good quilt. I've made 3, and I thought about the Christmas. I have some Christmas batik fabric here. Oh, from Brenda Mount Scrapmore. Okay. You're not going for a king size again, Cheryl? My back itched. And Mona can't wait to see the quilts, all from Brenda's. You know, Melinda has talked about a quilt. She wants one that actually fits the bed rather than how they don't fit the bed. Queen size bed for some reason is the only one that can take a square quilt. Because the king size, even though the mattress is 75 by 85 or 80, you need more side drape than you do. So she was going to measure the mattress and what drop she wants. Because she doesn't want it hanging on the floor. I have a full, but I like the queen on it, yes. Because like my king will go to a queen, but I will have so much to tuck under. Jennifer, that's when you either tie them Or like mine, I do them in sections. I do the king in 3 sections. I have a big middle and a right and a left. And then I join them together with the kind of, it's called, kind of like quilt as you go. Yeah. So you're quilting them on a cutie frame now? Yeah, my king was 120 by 104, I think it was. The other one's a little bit shorter, 102 by 120. Just depends on how my pattern worked out. But my small long arm, I can do 48-inch wide. I am not going to keep moving that quilt, reposition it over the frame. Lemoyne star is one huge star in the middle, I think, and then it's got different points. It has a whole bunch of different points, the Lemoyne star. It has multiple, I think. I'd have to Google it. And the Hunter star, there's 2 different ones. You did quilt as you go on your denim quilt. My one flower one, which is in the closet there, I did it's like the square itself, and then it was applique, and then it was hand quilted, and then it was put together as quilt as you go. There's so many procedures in that quilt. Everybody says, how much is that one for sale for? It's not. It stays in my possession. Because I did it block at a time. And then you can do multiple blocks together and do quilt as you go. And it saves you from having so many smaller little seams to hide later. And myself, on my quilt as you go, I hand sew the back of my blocks together. The front is the only thing sewed. I don't go back with the machine and stitch them until after it's all hand sewed. When the hand sewing is done, I'll go back and do the 1/8 inch over, and then the serpentine down that sashing. It's just a me thing, and I hope too many don't get that crazy. But it's just a me thing. But when you make them look like part of the pattern, no one knows that it isn't in the pattern. Hi, Lisa. I just got a new subscriber. Welcome, Carol. Lemoyne star. I was going to Google it real fast if I have battery. Lemoyne star quilt. Well, the Lemoyne star just has the pinwheel block on the inside, and then they go out and the colors match. It is different from Hunter star. The Hunter star is different blocks subcut into more angle-ish pieces. It's like the Hunter star that I did was altogether not like Jennifer did the 5 inch. Missouri Star quilt one. Cheryl did the 10-inch layer cakes like I did. I would do the 10-inch again and again and again. Turn this back over here a little. You know, it's like family day on quilting. We have all these, our quilting friends that we all see in different, yes. Which I don't care for the Missouri Star method. It's like a lot of little pieces sewed back together. Yeah, it's like, when I look at the Lemoyne Star, which is this one right there, that's nothing close to the Hunter Star. I don't know. It's like it's like, I don't have my Hunter Star down here so you can see that either. It's in the box in the bedroom. It's stacked all nice and neat. It's on the to-do list. I have a to-do list. Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to think of the name of the place. It's a free pattern. I'm looking. I think the pattern came out like 9 years ago. Moonkin. Yes, Moonkin Stitchery. She has the best and easiest pattern. It's quick and simple. And I think Cheryl just draws hers out on paper. I think one time she said she listened to me and she's writing it on paper. Oh, I gotta pin this one up here so I get the right for me. Oh, why didn't I just sew them together? And Jennifer, I can try and find the link and send it to you too. Piece of paper, Jennifer. There. It's written on a piece of paper. My brain's right here. See if that one's that way, that one's that way. Now we're a quilting family. She has a lot of, you go over to their site, it's like, there's a few quilts I want to make that's over there. Yes, Melanie. I keep saying, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there. So these two that are done here. I try and remember the name of the one. And and then Darlene made the Hunter Star with. Darlene has made several quilts along with me. She is making this Appalachian Trail one. And we have no regrets we're enjoying the longer process of getting it done. Mine would be technically done if I wouldn't have went to town. But my life is my great-grandkids, my grandkids. I gotta go see them. Quilts are second, families first. Terry, I didn't say it. I just read Melanie did it. Melanie did it. Hi, okay, Cheryl. The arrowhead block is the one up behind me is an easy one. That'd be the best. Yep, it's all Melanie's fault. She brought up all. I was trying to forget all about all those beautiful quilts over there that they have the patterns for. But there was one over there. Then I said something to Darlene, and it's like, we're not ignoring it. We're just not doing it. The Dancing Fools block, that square dance thing, that's a one and done block. So here's what they look like together. And this actually, this is the bottom that goes against this one. That's why I don't put that white edge on yet. Yeah, that's square dance. It looks like frogs, rabbits. It's anything but people square dancing. It's still around here, not in the quilt yet. Now, here's some probably true 30s fabric. This turquoise here, that's probably true 30s fabrics. I think I remember Grandma Mavin dish towels out of that fabric. Oh, here I get to butcher the block again. Because the block is roughly 11 and a half by 11 and a half. No, it's 11 and, yeah. It's 11 and a half by 11 and a quarter. That's where I come up with that happy in between. Some will have more points than others. There's nothing I can do about that. That's the blocks. Okay. I've had my Fisker one for 30 years, and I cut through it. I used it so much. And then my next Fisker one I bought, it was made out of a whole different, the first one was self-healing. Self-healing mats is what I go for. Look for a self-healing mat. And my last one is, what's that expensive company? They make the weighted rotary cutter. I got that one, and it had a factory air in it, and it's like, I love that one too. Drawing Studio, hello. I'm glad you joined us. But I like self-healing is what I like the most. I don't think they're as hard on the blade as the others. But self-healing is not good for batting and minky. They grow little beards in those cut lines. So I have one Fisker now that is strictly minky and batty cutting only. And I have it out on the table because my other Quilter Select, that's that other one. Quilter Select is really good. But I'm pretty much a Fisker girl. It's like I have Fisker. All my rotary cutters are Fisker. The Quilter Select is the only one that I don't. Yeah, you love a bearded mat? Yeah. Yes. I am wearing out this rotary mat by Fisker. I can't tell you how many quilts it has made. Oh, better click on something else there besides that. But yes, this mat here, you can see in the middle, it's getting those little white dots. There's nothing left. But your fabric doesn't slide. Definitely, it's been well used. That's the best thing I can say. Well used. So this one's been trimmed. It's like there's points that are missing. But the whole center, so the whole center is the main one that we should get. If you have the money, when I bought this Fisker, it was on sale for really good. Do you reuse materials in your projects? Yes, if there's shirts and jeans and like this here was probably a dish towel. Back then they got flour in these cotton bags. This quilt was probably a lot of flour sack towels. That's what I'm thinking. Because I remember seeing this one at Grandma's, but it wasn't this vibrant. And my girls, when they brought back flour sack towels, my mother-in-law would buy bulk flour. I never bought bulk flour. But it's like, my girls had flour sack dresses. They had those little ones that they just slip over. They look like an apron that we make to this day. With the rounded, and then you could flip them over. Okay, 11's about there. Putting a mark about. But it's like on my pillows that are behind me, I reuse bed sheets because those are quilted after, you know, there's batting in each one, so there's a little bit of quilting. Yeah, and then yes, you can, it's like they probably, these could even be grandma's dresses from back then. the gal that received these blocks never thought to ask, Grandma too much about them. So if you can get history on different things, if you make something out of reused, recycled material, write the history down somewhere. What I find is if you take a picture of the object and print it, right on the back of the picture, what that quilt, the meaning of that quilt, that fabric. I have one chunk of my grandmother's dress. I never would have thought my grandma would wear something as bright and as colorful. It's in that tote right here. I have one piece of my grandmother's dress. And it is very colorful. It is a bright pink. I would never have thought Grandma to wear something as bright pink as that, but then I think back, it's like, yeah, she had 2 dresses out of that bright pink. Out of bright pink. I would never wear pink. I would never wear pink, any shade. But it's like, and people make quilts out of, like Laura Austin, a quilting friend. She sent her mother to the thrift store to buy shirts for making quilts. And I can't remember how many quilts that she has made from those shirts that her mom went and picked up. But every quilt has went to a family member. So they all have this memory of Mom picking out these shirts. She did a lot of like small plaid. When you get in the routine of starting these blocks like this, you get in the groove, and it's like, go, keep going. It's like, don't quit now. I thought I lost my 9 patch. I use buttons and materials from my grandparents. I read material from too small or teared clothes. Yes. Yes, very much so. Hi, unknown. And that's Pamela. I was going, what's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Had to get my head going. I didn't have a little one today, Pam, so I decided to go on live. I was only going to be here while I started this quilt. The vintage quilt is being assembled, and I'm working on row number 2. Row number 1 is right here. It's like, I keep moving these scissors everywhere. So, I think press it this way. You like row 1? Okay. And here's the start of row 2. Because being it's at the bottom. This is the bottom of the row. And then this is where I keep joining on this way. And then I'll go back and put this row on so I know which is right and wrong. You make from your short t-shirts? Okay. And then Cheryl, I have 4 house coats that my mom made for cotton fabrics for 4 seasons. I want to make 4 memory bears, 1 for each of my 2 children and 1 for my 2 grandchildren. Yeah, Pam, I didn't choose the colors of the blocks. They're the nice and old vintage things. But I went with white and light gray for the sashing. And the border is going to be white to the light gray to the darker gray with the minky background. Or minky brush strokes gray background. I made 4 years ago a bear from Child Coat from secondhand store. Yes, they make excellent. I think I have enough material to make one bear of my husband's stuff. I saved all this stuff, but I said you can't save everything. Someday my kids are going to hate me. But I'll be gone or just about gone at that point. They say, who says you're here now? But when I get this block done and sewed on the strip, I will be calling it a night. And get my dinner. And I don't have any handwork to. Oh, I do too. I got cross stitch. I have cross stitch to do. I've only been working on it since before the grandson that's going to turn 29 this year was born. Oh, he might have been here. We're trying to think. Because I did have that motorhome when I had Emily in them. So it's probably been in the works for 24 years. Yes, Cheryl, my binding is all done. I sent you the picture of my last stitch. She actually got, I took time, stopped the quilting, dug out the camera, took the picture of the last stitch and sent it to Cheryl. It's like the last stitch. And glad you could find me on today, Jennifer, because it isn't my normal day. Nothing's normal for me. But when you make these strip sashings like this, it seems like you always end up with more of these strips than you need. See, I already forgot that one was sitting there waiting. So I have enough for the next block right here. And there's 2 blocks up there. So who knows? I might come back here later and doing the other 2 that's up on the wall. Oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. We kind of Cheryl and I kind of discussed it earlier. She says, "Go ahead, come up live. She'll come." Then Carrie told me to do it, so I did it. Little bit of encouragement. It's not often I don't have D. And I should come up on a Saturday. So here's this one. So I'll grab this lovely group here and I'll get them pinned together. That one's that way. So get them pinned. And looks like everything's lining up just right. To get this one sewed here. I do know the first thing I'm going to turn the channel, because those squeaky tennis shoes on the basketball court. I didn't attend many sports games, and basketball was one of my worst. But I attended all my granddaughters, all my grandsons. I just didn't have to attend. My kids didn't do the sports. Casey, we didn't want to take a chance with all his medical history. And it was his choice. It was their choices. Okay, last stitch made. I'm from Plaid, and you're from Washington State. And what is Planned or P-land? Poland? So, see, here's the next one sewed on. Well, I don't know what I did on that one. Like, gotta take this little pieces. Okay, Poland. Okay. Well, I'm glad you joined us, and I hope you join us again on another time we get to come on. We hope we get to meet again. That one's down, that one's supposed to be up. So this one's supposed to be up, and that one's supposed to be down. I don't know. But I'll figure it out later. But I just have 2 more blocks up in this row. And then put them together. And thanks everybody for coming by. And we'll talk to you. Tomorrow I'm on at noon my time, which is Pacific Standard Time, which compared to Poland is probably in the middle of your night. Okay, bye everybody. Like with it being on my phone, I gotta touch the buttons here and then go put it public. Bye everybody.